Well, in 2011, we had a house fire and they stripped all the house of everything that was damaged. People actually went through those skips and got, obviously, details that we didn't even know were there. They managed to open up another bank account in our name online and transfer the money from our original account into another account and then siphon it off. We couldn't prove that we hadn't done it ourselves. So we never got any of it back. When he did find out, he ended up going back to work. He took early retirement for Jaguar. He wasn't allowed to go back to Jaguar. But the toll of the fire and the work and the pressure of not having the stability of his funds, his retirement, it was all too much. It was just all too much for him. So he actually started back to work on the Tuesday. He went into work on the Tuesday, came home, seemed normal. We got up at 6:30 on the Wednesday morning. He had breakfast as normal. We had a usual routine. And he left for work just before 7. And that was the last time I saw him. Because I worked at a call centre, my phone wasn't allowed to be on. So it was in my bag on silent. One of my girlfriends says, your bag keeps vibrating. Somebody's trying to get in touch with you really badly. And there was just a number of unknown numbers on my phone. One had left a voicemail and it was the Nuneaton police asking me to contact them as soon as possible. They just sort of says, we believe that we've got the body of your husband. They took me home. I can remember going in the house, calling his name, thinking he's going to be here. But his car wasn't there. And he died on the 11th of March. And it wasn't till the 4th of July that I found the truth out of how he actually died. He'd actually set himself on fire in his car. We'd got a couple of life insurance policies that didn't pay out. There was one in particular which was on the secured loan that we had on the house. And because I'd had cancer, they wouldn't insure me, so we knew we were insured for David, and they refused to pay out. I did go downhill quite quickly. I couldn't sleep. It was a lot of mental torture at first, and not knowing why and not knowing how. And I've seen a therapist at the moment, and one of my biggest things is I cannot remember if we said I love you. Now, it's something we always said, but can I remember saying it that morning? I can't. And that, it really hurts. I know I must have said it because it's something we always said. It sounds silly. It's a silly thing to be hooked up on. But because I can't remember saying it, I don't know if he knows. I had a friend come up in the November, 2 years ago now, and he says, well, what about Ben? And the rest is history. I got in touch with Ben virtually the next day thinking, oh, well, nothing's going to come of it. But within a couple of days, they replied to my email and I was put in touch with a lady called Stephanie Brown. And she went on the journey with me and helped me raise funds for a stair lift. She helped me raise funds for my lifting. It's a rise and lift chair that I'm sitting in now. Ben also sorted out like a therapy session for 12 weeks, and that helped me a great deal as well. Without their help and support, I don't think I probably would have been here now, because I was in such a bad way. Thank you doesn't seem a big enough word. I owe them a great deal. They've helped me mentally, physically, and they've helped me spiritually. They've helped me get back to where I was before David died. I'm just taking one day at a time now, and each day gets a little bit easier. I'll never forget David, and I'll never forget what Ben's done for me. It was one of the best decisions I ever made.